If you're thinking about buying the Shokz OpenRun Pro 2, hold on tight because today I'm breaking down everything you need to know before you click that buy button. This $179.95 pair of bone conduction headphones promises unparalleled audio and a secure fit. But here's what surprised me. There's a catch. Most reviews rave about the open-ear design letting you stay aware while jamming out. But the reality, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. So if you're wondering if these are really worth your hard-earned cash, keep watching because I'm about to reveal some hidden quirks and issues you won't find on the product page. Let's start with who these headphones are actually for. If you're a runner or outdoor enthusiast who needs to stay alert and safe, shout out to you. The OpenRun Pro 2's signature open-ear design is supposed to keep you connected to your surroundings while delivering rich audio through bone conduction tech. Plus, with 12 hours of battery life and dual drivers combining bone and air conduction, it sounds like a dream come true for fitness lovers seeking a balance between safety and sound quality. But here's the twist. As much as these are designed for active users, there are some head-scratching compromises that might leave you wishing you had stuck to traditional earbuds. When it comes to the build, Shokz uses a lightweight, unibody frame with memory wire to keep these puppies secure on your head. I was honestly impressed at first. No slipping, no constant adjusting during my workout. If you're someone who hates fiddling with headphones mid-run, these feel like a win. But then, why do some users report discomfort after extended wear? It turns out that, while the titanium alloy memory wire is flexible, it applies more pressure than you'd expect, especially around the ears. Imagine wearing a head hugger for more than an hour. Fun for a while, but your ears might start plotting revenge. That's a design trade-off worth considering before committing to a full workout. Now, the major selling point is the unparalleled audio, thanks to dual drivers mixing bone and air conduction tech. If you're into audiophile-level sound, these won't blow your mind. Bone conduction by nature sacrifices some bass depth. You're essentially listening through vibrations on your cheekbones. While the OpenRun Pro 2 tries to fix that with added air conduction drivers for deeper bass, you still won't get the punch of traditional in-ear headphones. However, for casual listeners and runners tuning into podcasts, the audio clarity and 3D sound effect are pretty decent. The Shokz app lets you tweak EQ modes between classic for pure bone conduction and volume boost for noisy environments, which is a neat bonus. But seriously, if you expect booming bass for your morning pump-up playlist, you might want to keep looking or at least set your expectations realistically. Here's a fun fact. These headphones promise leak-free listening, meaning your jogger sitting next to you won't hear your funky workout jams. But here's the kicker. Because they're open-ear, some sound leaks are inevitable. So if you're a quiet gym warrior who hates disturbing the zen, these might not be your best bet. Ironically, the very feature that lets you stay aware of traffic and traffic cops also means your neighbor might unintentionally get an earful of your guilty pleasure playlist. Crystal clear calls. That's another touted feature courtesy of dual wind-resistant mics and AI noise reduction, filtering out 96.5% background noise, including wind at speeds up to 15 mph. I tested this claim while biking, and honestly, it's mostly true. Calls come through crisp with minimal interference, which is impressive because bone conduction usually struggles with voice clarity. But unlike traditional headphones, it won't transform you into a podcast host-level audio expert. Still, for quick chats or receiving orders from your virtual assistant, it works solidly. Let's pause for a quick joke before diving back in. Why did the headphone apply to college? Because it wanted to improve its sound education. All right, back to business. Battery life clocks in at about 12 hours, which is solid for a wireless bone conduction headset. Charging times are average, and the magnetic charging port is convenient. However, don't expect miracle endurance if you use volume boost mode regularly or crank the volume to drown out serious noise. The battery drains faster than your will to run uphill on a hot day. Now, remember I mentioned a few quirks. One surprisingly common complaint is occasional audio distortion at higher volumes or during high-movement activities. During sprint intervals or jumps, some users report the sound getting choppy or slightly out of sync. This is one of those you get what you pay for moments because bone conduction inherently has slight limitations when it comes to sound fidelity and consistent signal transmission during vigorous movement. So, if you're an elite athlete with zero tolerance for audio hiccups, this might be frustrating. Another thing to note, while the open-ear design excels for safety, it can be a double-edged sword when it comes to noise isolation. If you're running through a super noisy city or want to block out distractions completely, these won't deliver the immersive experience traditional earbuds offer. But that's by design, safety first. Here's a second joke to lighten things up. Why don't skeletons ever use headphones? Because they prefer things skin to bone. Moving forward, I want to talk briefly about the app experience. The Shokz app supports custom EQ setting changes, like toggling between classic and volume boost sounds. It's user-friendly and adds customization that most bone conduction headphones skip. But fair warning, some users say the app occasionally glitches or delays updates to the firmware, so patience might be necessary if you're a tech perfectionist. Of course, price matters. At $179.95, these aren't cheap. You're paying a premium for advanced bone conduction tech, combined drivers, AI-enhanced calls, and flexible wear. The 4.4-star rating on Amazon reflects a generally positive experience, but also hints at those small recurring issues. So before shelling out your cash, weigh the benefits against the downsides I shared. Here's a third joke because you've earned it. What do you get when you cross a headphone with a calculator? Sound advice. Okay, now to address the elephant in the room. Should you buy the Shokz OpenRun Pro 2? The honest answer is yes. If you're someone who embraces the open-ear experience and values environmental awareness during workouts more than booming bass or total noise isolation. They fit securely, have impressive call clarity, decent battery life, and sound quality that's solid for bone conduction headphones. But if you want the absolute best audio and isolation for music, or you have sensitive ears prone to pressure soreness, you might want to keep searching. Remember, not every product fits every person perfectly. But here's the silver lining. The open-ear design promotes safety, which is critical if you're training outdoors, running on busy streets, or cycling. In today's world, that's priceless. And with customizable EQ, you can tailor your listening experience to your environment. It's like having a smart assistant judging your playlist choice, but actually making it sound better. Long story short, the Shokz OpenRun Pro 2 is a solid step forward in bone conduction technology. It comes with a few quirks and trade-offs, but if your priority is staying alert and comfortable on the move, it delivers. And who doesn't want to feel like a secret agent with music vibrating through their cheekbones? Plus, they look cool, which might be the real win here. Before I let you go, one final joke to send you off. Why do headphones make terrible secret agents? Because they always get caught eavesdropping. So, if you're convinced and ready to grab the Shokz OpenRun Pro 2 for your next workout, check the best price on Amazon linked in the description below. Investing in ethical open-ear awareness might just change the way you experience sound on the go. Thanks for watching and happy listening.